wow, I just realized it was 11 o'clock on 12/12. This has been so weird. Okay, I'm not going to do a lot of talking about what's going on behind the scenes here, except to say that if I wait for everything to be perfect and beautiful, then I'll never do this. And that's part of this process, is learning not to have to be perfect before I post things, or especially spiritual things, messages that are important or whatever. I don't know. I just need to learn. So yes, my hand printed tarot scarf is very wrinkled. You might see cat fur. Right off of the screen a little bit is a little Lego thing I built. So I cover everything with scarves, but sometimes maybe I won't do that. Okay, so this is the imperfect channel. Sometimes my nails might be trashed. Always my nails are trashed. Whatever. Okay, I'm not apologizing. I'm just saying this is how it's going to be. This is my channel. I was called to do this. I didn't expect to do this, but I've been doing these readings. Anyway, someday I'll tell the story. Okay, but for today, let's just start the reading. I'm going to include the shuffling this time, just so maybe I have your energy involved, right? I'm new to sharing these, but I've been doing these readings for a little while, and I feel like they're really connected, and I feel like even just watching tarot readings can make you feel more connected. And so thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Spirit, for guiding me here. Even though I did not expect this. It's crazy, but I'm so excited. And I'd like to invite our guides, our helpers, our angels who want to come in for our highest good. And what do we need to know? We're going to talk to the collective. Tell us what you want us to know. What's going to help us for our highest good. Thank you. I feel like when these shuffle really nicely, that Spirit's with me. I meditate a little beforehand. I make sure I'm feeling connected, and then I do my readings, okay? This is my first time. Oh, Hierophant, thank you. Sharing them with people, but I don't know, I feel this real energy flow. I'm in such a healing time, and I feel really excited to help spread the things that have helped me. And that's mainly my goal. Thank you, Spirit. This is a collective reading. If it sounds good to you, it probably has some messages for you. If it's confusing or doesn't make sense, it's probably not your reading, but check the other titles. These are timeless, okay? They're just supposed to be supportive, help you see things maybe a little more clearly. Thank you, guides, Spirit, for being here with us. Angels of the collective. I invite the guides of those watching. Oh, I can feel the energy. I cannot explain to you how lately I feel energy in my body. This never happened to me before the way it is now. I'm so happy that you're here to share this with me, because it's almost overwhelming, and I've held myself back, and now that I decided to do this, or Spirit forced me to do it because I never planned on this, I just feel the flow of energy coming out of me, like things are going to start moving. I'm getting choked up. Okay, thank you, Spirit, for being here with me, for helping guide us. Oh, God, I can feel the collective. I can feel my friends gathering to learn and grow together. Oh, my God, I've never felt this. This is crazy. Oh, my gosh. Opening this to the collective, getting your spirit into these shuffle. Oh, I love these cards. They smell so good. Look, they just want to jump out. They smell like a new book. These are the cards. Oh, look at, I love this King of Swords. Just look at that. That's me as King of Swords, right? With my giant needle and my fucking awesome dress. Hello, Queen. Oh, I love this deck. This is the deck. I'll tell the story sometime about how I got started just about a year ago doing this. I mean, in earnest. Anyway, I'm better at it than I've ever been, and I love this deck. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit, and people watching. And oh, come on now. It's okay. We're going to do this together. Wow, this deck always shuffles for me, and it's kind of inviting these other energies, angels, guides of my friends, my new community, my new tribe. I don't want to say tribe. It's such an overused kind of taken word, but I mean my community, my people, my vibe, my soul family. That's what I mean. My soul family. Let's do this. Let's do it together. Let's grow together. Let's vibe together. This is great. Oh my God. This is crazy. Okay. I feel great. I feel like this is going to be an awesome reading. I think I'm probably going to do a few in a row. Whew. All right. Let's start. I'm going to do a little past, present, future kind of thing. I feel like the volume's going to be better this time because I'm closer to the camera, but it's kind of in my way, but it's all right. Past energy, please. One more. Thank you. Wow, those really popped out. Present energy, please, for the collective. Let's see what's going on presently. I feel like we're all having a lot of the same story lately. So, present energy. Yes. Thank you. And let's get 3 for the future. Oh, 1. Future energy, please, for the collective. Let's see what's going on for us coming up. Oh, okay. I like that one. And, oh, there's 2. All right. We'll take those 2 for the last. Why not? These are some of the same ones we got last time. I don't really do reversals, although I don't really do reversals right now. Okay. This is a little dusty. There might be dust. Definitely cat fur. I made this silk, by the way. I dyed it and I printed it with tarot symbols. On the corners, there's silver ones, but yeah. I'd like to make more of these again. I could. I still have the stamps. Anyway. Focus, Becky. Focus. This camera's kind of in my way. Let's see if I can move a little closer. Ace of Pentacles, Death, the Chariot. Let's see, Ace of Pentacles. So if this is past energy, let me just look for a second here. Ace of Pentacles is like an offer, a beginning. Death is the end of something, and the Chariot is like a big, balanced move forward. Big move forward. A big death and a big move forward. Usually it's not literal death. It has to do with starting over. It can be, I guess. I haven't had any deaths around me lately, but I know some people who have. So that could be relevant for you if you've had that. But the Ace of Pentacles is an offer, a new thing, a material new start. Yeah, someone offering you something, and then it ended, and then you moved away from. So maybe someone offered you something and you were like, nope, that's not right for me, and I know that's not right for me, and I have to move away from that in like a serious way, because these are major arcana, right? So they're deeper, bigger, than they're. But Ace of Pentacles is significant. Okay, let's think about this some more. Well, in the present energy is 8 of Cups, which is walking away from things that no longer serve you, especially relationships. So this person who offered you something, again, maybe you were like, nope, that's not for me. And not only is it not for me, but I'm fucking out of here. Big time. I'm way moving away from whatever that is. Let's see. And so now you're like, yeah, I really do have to walk away from this. Queen of Swords is in her truth. Queen of Swords, she's going to cut stuff off. She don't give a shit. She cares about the truth. She cares about, it can be very Aquarius energy. I'm an Aquarius, so I pick up on that stuff. But it's like, you say what you think, you say what needs to be said, you tell the truth. That sword wielding has been happening a lot around a lot of people, where you're just cutting stuff off that you're like, no, I don't want that. I don't need it. These are all like walking away, cutting off, closing down in a big way, whatever that offer is. And it's a material offer. It's not a cup, right? It's not Ace of Cups where it's like, we tried to give you friendship and you turned us down. No, it's like, I gave you a thing. I offered you something, and it's a big pentacle. What's wrong with you? That's what I'm sensing. Here's your damn pentacle. Don't you want this pentacle? And you're like, in a really big way. You're like, no, bye, no. In this leaving, maybe there was some truth telling, right? That's what this is saying. But this is kind of present energy. So maybe you're now here, this balance. Again, balance. You're trying to figure out how to move forward. You know you're moving away, but like, what does that mean realistically? Again, pentacles are like earthly energy. So like figuring out the ins and outs of the practicalities of how this is going to work. I mean, if you move away from that person or those people, or because they had something that you wanted at some time, right? But maybe that's changed and now you know that's not for you anymore, right? And in the future energy, we have Page of Wands. A lot of wands here. There was no wands up here, huh? Now we got wands. And the only cup is this walking away cup. Later, bitches. Page of Wands. Page of Wands can be a message. I think it could be a message from someone you walked away from. And this is you. It's like, look, again, another moving on. This is the theme. Okay, this is a big theme right now. A lot of people are moving on from old bullshit. Okay, so that is going to come up probably over and over. But here is like, I ended that thing. I said my truth. I walked away, and now I'm going somewhere else. And I'm not sure where that is or how it's going to look or what I'm going to do. And maybe this person's like, hey, but look, I have this wand for you, and I have like my back turned. I'm like, yeah, but I don't want your damn wand. I don't want that wand. Or it could be a new way of wanding. Like I just say, pages can be a message, but it can also be just a new way of doing something. So it could be a message from someone, just because it's close to this, I'm saying. It could be it could be from this person who offered you something, you walked away from it, and now they're like, but I know I tried to give you a pentacle before, but this time it's a wand. Do you like my wand? But look how, like, look at it. There's a tip. It looks a little wienerish. It is a little wienery, isn't it? But look, he's just like so proud of his wand. Don't you want some of my wand? And I'm like taking I have 3 wands. You have 1. I have 3. And I'm like looking away going, I got my wands. I'm just going somewhere. I'm not sure where I'm going with them yet. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting here. It's kind of funny. What about my wand? Do you want my wand? I don't know. I got all these 10 of wands. Again, 10 of wands is like, dude, I've been doing all this work. I've been carrying all this burden. You bring me this dinky ass wand. I got all these 10 wands that you've been serving me all this fucking time. Working through all your dumb shit that I left. Okay, maybe I'm getting a little personal here, but the Hanged Man is a new way of looking at things. And it's also self-imposed. So it's like, I took a break. You chose to take a break, or the Hanged Man is what I'm saying. The Hanged Man's like, you know what? I'm going to lay here. I'm going to think about things. And maybe I feel a little stuck, but really I'm figuring stuff out in a deep way. Again, it's a major arcana. So it's like Death, the Chariot, the Hanged Man, death to the old ways. That's what always comes to mind. Death to the old ways. And the Chariot's like, all right, I'm taking my black and white flag and I'm going home. Right? Take the black and white, and he's like, later, and there's balance, but he's moving. He's really moving, right? That's really closing it out, and that's really moving forward in a deep way. And then the Hanged Man is like, okay, now what? Again, figuring this out, right? Figuring out how this goes forward. How do I see things now? How am I gonna adjust? I see this card as like the 10 of, it's like all the work you've done, and now you have to incorporate it. You're figuring it out, how all this work you've done, you're moving on. It's like, I've done all this work. It can be a heavy load too, but it's like, that's part of the stuck energy. I feel like it's like, I've done all this work. I've left all these situations or whatever. I've left this energy behind, or I've tried to. And now what? Now I got all these wands. a new perspective. And then the Four of Pentacles over here is like holding on to the pentacle. See? You're holding, see, some people, I've heard one reader call it the trash bag emperor. Because it's like this rich guy, what he's wearing, a trash bag. But so it's like holding on to things that you think are important, but maybe they're not so important, right? But you're really holding on. And now I see the pentacle is, that's the only other pentacle, right? So this person offered you this thing. Maybe that person was really important to you at one time, you know? And so you're trying to hold on to that, but you're already moving away from it. And so there's a part of you maybe that's like, ugh, but do I have to go? Because this is messy, right? This is hard. And there's my dog barking. It's garbage day. I also didn't turn the heater off, so there's another thing. Normally I'd turn the heater off because it's, so if you hear that whistling noise, it's winter, and yeah, the stove has a blower. Anyway, so that's pretty good. Okay, I feel like we got a good read there. Let's see what's next here with the crow deck. I love my crow deck. It's a non. Oh, did I shuffle? No, I didn't, did I? I was going to shuffle with you. I meant to shuffle all of them first. Did I do that? I did do that. I start this and I get kind of spaced out. Like I get zoned in and I forget. Like that's why it's really fun to video these now, because I watch them again because I forget what I say because I get in this little zone or whatever. Anyway, crow deck. Let's do 4. We're going to do 4, 4 to clarify here and tie these rows together. Oh, hello. Wow. Okay. Oh, Queen of Swords on the Queen of Swords. Hierophant, which popped up earlier, which to me is kind of a teaching, learning card, I feel. Oh, 2 of Cups and 1 more for the top row, please. Oh, I felt that one go. The Fool. Wow, a lot of major arcana here, huh? Okay, let's do another row here. 4, please. Oh, 1. Oh, 2. And these 2 flew, so I'll take these 2. Oh, 2 on 2. And the Devil again. Oh, the Devil came up yesterday. So I say again, but not today. And then the 7 of... Oh, and another tower. Funny. Underneath this one is a tower. And underneath this one is the tower. Isn't that funny? Okay. 7 of... More pentacles. That's funny. Okay, let's see here. Where's my stone? What's my stone? Here we go. So we have the Hierophant, which kind of popped out when I was shuffling. Lately, the Hierophant's kind of been, for me anyway, a teacher card, like a learning card. And in a lot of my own personal readings, the key is very prominent because in my recent healing, I reached a point where I found the key. I felt like that. I felt like I unlocked the final puzzle piece of all my healing. It was crazy. I honestly never thought I could get there. Oh, but I'm gonna attempt to share that with you at some point. But right now, that's kind of what that means to me. It's like the Hierophant is, again, a higher authority. It's a major arcana. Here we have the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Swords. That's really reinforcing. I love when that happens. And then the 2 of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles. Interesting, right? And it's touching the Queen of Swords here too. That's interesting. And they're really clustered together. Queen of Swords, yeah. So it's figuring out how to, I mean, being the Queen of Swords is easy, right? I mean, when you know the truth, it's easy to wield the sword of truth, right? But then setting the new boundaries is what I see this as, figuring out how do you actually move through that, you know? Do you really leave everyone behind? Do you figure out new ways to work together, live together in these new boundaries? A new way to deal with their pentacles, what they have to offer you, right? And so the Hierophant has the key. The Hierophant is all, to me, all the healing learning, all the learning I've done, or you've done in your healing, right? So in your healing, you know You know what you need to do. You know, the Queen of Swords knows what's up. She knows exactly what's going on, okay? And she's gonna cut your head off if you fuck with her. That's it. That's why she's got to move away. It's like, I don't want to cut your head off, but here I go. You want to hang out with me, you're going to have to deal with my sword for a little while, you know? And that might be where you're at right now. I feel like I'm getting past the sword point myself, but like many of you might be still in that sword area where you're still trying to figure out the truth, still trying to tell people, look, I can't do this anymore. I'm not going to do it that way. This is my new way. This is my truth. I can't do your bullshit anymore. 2 and 2. That's cool. 2, 2, 2. 2 of Cups is relations, right? A good relationship. Can be a soul connection. And in my case, I do think about the people I thought were my soul family. And they were. Okay, they were for a time. But maybe they're not anymore. And that's been horrible to think about. And it's been hard. Hi, kitten. Here comes my cat. I'm busy, honey. Do you want to go back outsies? Just one moment. I had to let the cat out. I'm back. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Noticing all the 2s. That's kind of cool. But it's also a card of balance. Okay. But this is relationship to me. So that kind of verifies what I was talking about up here. And the Fool's starting over, right? The Fool and the Devil right above each other. Interesting. But this to me just confirms, boy, I'm really talking right into the thing now, huh? This really just confirms what I was saying about leaving, moving on, starting over, even starting a whole new way of doing things. Like the Fool is like the first card of the major arcana, so it's like the beginning. Could be like starting all over again. Deciding how to do it differently is a challenge, especially in relationship, right? Figuring out where to set the boundaries. That's what I see this as saying. And then we have the Nine of Wands. Oh, the Lovers, which is also related to the 2 of Cups. Again, it's like, but it's more in the future. So it's like the Queen of Swords. It's going to get better relationships because of this. And she knows that. It's just a matter of figuring out the ins and outs. But the Hierophant says, you know, you have to stand in your truth. The 9 of Wands is like standing up for yourself. And you go from the 9 to the 10 is like completion. So you're almost done, but you have to, this last bit of information where you have to just like stand up for yourself, wield your sword a little bit, tell your truth in order to get those better relationships, stronger, you know. The 2 of Cups is the 2 of Cups, but the Lovers is major arcana, right? It's deep. And so I want maybe you thought that was your soul family. Maybe that person was your person for a long time. And then they did they did what they were supposed to do. Like they played a role in your life. They taught you things. And that was valuable for that time. But now it's different, right? Now things are different. There's a new way of doing things. There's a new truth. There's a new way of dealing with people. And it's tricky, right? You're still moving through it maybe. But you see this new perspective. Now the Devil can hold you back, right? The Devil wants to hold you back from your fated destiny, your new journey. That's the word I was looking for. And it's on top of this new way of looking, and all the work you've done can be a burden. So maybe the Devil is like, yeah, it's a burden. Maybe the Devil's on your shoulder being like, this is too hard. Maybe just go back up there somewhere. Don't move on. Psst, 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 psst. Right? It can also be bad habits. It could be old habits, like maybe with people or coping in the old ways that were not healthy. And now you got to figure out some new ways. That feels right to me. And then we have the 7 of Pentacles after the 4 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles is usually like waiting for fruition. You put a bunch of work in and then you're waiting for the fruition. And then again with the holding back, holding on too tightly to the old pentacles, like I said before, it's like maybe you've invested in some new stuff and you're waiting for it to do something. I think a lot of us are kind of in between where we've left one thing and we're kind of on our way to something else, but it's taking forever. And a lot of that is because, well, I don't want to get too cosmic or whatever, but a lot of people are going through this same healing at the same time. And if you want to be, you know, energy based about it, it's an, you know, we're entering a new phase, and that's what a lot of people say. But I feel that in my life. I don't know. It makes me feel better to go to these readings and see other people in the same position. Excuse me, it just makes me feel a lot less alone. And so I don't know if that's you. I'd love you to tell me about it. Okay, now this last one is for clarifying diagonally. I feel like this will take a long time, but I feel like I should do a thorough job, right? Is there anything else I want to say before I do the clarifying? Let's see. I love how we have so many cards on top of each other, and I just love it. And it just seems like these Two of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Lovers, and Two of Cups, they all kind of, I love how they all relate here. It's interesting. But again, it's a lot about setting boundaries, I feel. And that you've done a good job so far, and there's a little ways to go still to figure out the ins and outs a little bit, and who gets to offer you their wands, right? It's like one of my other readers says, you're taking applications for people that can come back into your life. Like, you've left a lot of people, and you're going to be really careful about who comes back, right? That's what I feel overall. Okay, here's my beautiful deck. I love this deck, and it smells like a new book. I'm going to say that every time. This is the deck that got me into it. Okay, we're going to do 4 diagonal, please. Let's do 4 advice, please. Let's do 4 advice. Thank you, Spirit. 4 advice cards, please. Just 4. Oh, hello. Good morning. 4 cards, please. Okay, wow, this is weird. Usually they just pop out all over. Oh, there was one. Pop out all over the place. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Let's get 4 advice cards, please, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you. 2. Thanks. I like that. I like that too. Okay, let's see. Oh, these are beautiful. One more. I love that sun card. It's gorgeous, isn't it? This deck. I love this deck. There we go. Huh. Okay. And the Chariot underneath. Okay. King of Cups. He came up in my last reading. And he was the bad guy from the old day. Not bad guy, but anyway, whatever. 5 of Wands. Six of Wands. The Sun. King of Cups. I love it. I love it. And more Pentacles. Isn't that crazy? Pentacle, Pentacle, Pentacle. That's nuts. That's all practicality, though. I don't think of it as money right now. I think of it as just practical earth stuff, you know? I don't know. The Chariot. Okay, so the 5 of Wands is generally like conflict, but it also, like, this one always is like climbing your way to the top, climbing over other people possibly to get to the top, but conflict in general. So again, it's back to like juggling and figuring out, right? It's a conflict to like turn down that offer and walk away with what you know, that when you know it's right, it's still, you know it's right, but it's hard to walk away. I feel that's what I feel this 5 of Wands is. There's conflict about what you had to do, but it's bringing you to a place of winning. 6 of Wands is like winning. Everyone can see you're winning. Maybe people can see that you're, it's usually a public victory. So, maybe you had to wield your sword with these relationships, but they're starting to see that it's working for you, or you're starting to see it's work. So you're starting to see it's working for you. Sorry. 5 of Wands to the 6 of Wands, that's a progression, right? So it's conflicting, but then you see, you know what, it's working. And the Sun is like ultimate, right? Again, another major arcana. This one's gorgeous. Look how beautiful this Sun card is. Hello, beauty. You can't even see. It's so bright she has to cover her eye. It's so bright. And this is right on top of these 2 and 2 of Pentacles. Isn't that interesting? So you're juggling, but you're figuring it out because it's taking you to the Sun. King of Cups, which is a more compassionate point of view, so you got the Hanged Man and the Devil, right? So you're like new perspective, new point of view, lots of work, the devil on your shoulder saying it's too hard. And then the King of Cups is like, yeah, but I've done all this work, I'm in the sun, I'm feeling good. It's like King of Cups works from his heart space, right? Not a fear space. He's like the opposite of the devil almost. Like there's no fear base. He's just like solid in his emotions. He's compassionate. He's loving towards himself and others. And that's kind of maybe the new way. Maybe that's a new way of doing things. Or maybe those are the new types of people you need to hang out with. Or maybe you have a new partner that's like that, you know, when you didn't have that before, right? And then 10 of Pentacles is like having it all. So we go from 4 to 7 to 10. I mean, look at this Dapper Dan. He's got everything. He's doing great. He's got his little family. 10 of Pentacles is just like having it all, babe. Having everything you want. And a lot of them, in the traditional ones, it's usually like raining money. But this guy's just happy. He's in charge. He's got his cute little hat. And it's right on top of the Chariot, which we started with the Chariot. But it's like holding on to the old stuff, right? We talked about, and then waiting for the new stuff to grow, and then boom, you've got it all. The new stuff, the new stuff has grown, and you're in your best energy. So if I read this as advice, I would say, yes, it's difficult, but you're winning. It's better for you. And you're coming into the sun. If you're not already there, you can see it starting, right? With your new boundaries are bringing you a lot of happiness and joy and good things in your life, and maybe even better relationships. For sure, better relationships, you know, but it's not easy working from this new perspective, and there's going to be temptations. There's going to be baloney, but you're getting it. You're getting it. Okay, wow. Another good one. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be posting more.